Good morning, welcome back. So I'm going to do another reaction video. I'm basically getting through all the BBB videos and just going to start breaking down what he's saying, what's going on, our interpretation of it, to show you exactly how pretty much 99% of the stuff he says is just waffle. So let's just get straight into the video and we'll react and pause and break it down as we go.
I stated I believe that Zlaner may have been using wall hacks, okay? That's been debunked, and the reason for that will be shown in the next clip. This guy who was spectating at the moment on this clip was claiming that Zlaner was using wall hacks because of the way Zlaner jumps out and lasers him, and it did look suspicious. However, I shouldn't have took it from just that one perspective. Down to some of Zlaner's fans dropping comments with timestamps on the actual stream, we went and took a look at it, and we actually found that they had a UAV up. Let's take a look now, but what you got to remember as well,
quite surprising that, isn't it? We find they had a UAV up and there's a reason.
Well, at this point, is that this guy's teammate actually claimed aimbot. Where that purple headed, that's where his teammate had died, and he claimed aimbot straight away. What we're going to do now, we're going to go and take a look at it from Zlaner's point of view and see exactly what happened. So you see there, it's very suspicious the way he's jumped out and killed him, and obviously within that clip there was no signs or call outs of a UAV being ahead. So of course I'm going to think, wow, that guy has absolutely lasered him, he must have had walls. But this is Zlaner.
And that's the point there. Every time this happens, that's the point. You've got one clip out of context with no other information, and you've gone, oh, look, oh, he must have had walls, he must have had aimbot. You don't have all the information. You can't just watch something like that and make a snap judgment like that and then actually use it in one of your videos saying this is 8 walls and aimbot. It just shows just the lack of understanding of actually analysing the entire picture, and not just taking what you see at face value.
From this point of view, he's just popped the UAV, which is fair enough, isn't it? Okay, but watch this moment now. He comes in here, and the guy he kills now is the guy who...
Right, so he's pre-aiming in here, as you can see on the UAV at the top there. Actually, you can't see it. Let me move my thing over. If you look at the top here on the map, you can actually see that he's got a red dot there, so he knows the guy's at ground level coming in. He knows there's a guy over here, and he knows there's a guy at the edge of these buildings along here.
Claimed aimbot.
If you looked as well there, I don't know if you saw there, but Z did the quick check thing. So again, this check that he keeps getting called out on, saying, oh, he's checking his second monitor. That check is him glancing at the top left of his screen here, which is where his UAV would be. And then he's just checking to see if that guy's location is still there. He can clearly see the guy is at the corner of this building as the red dot.
Doesn't look suspicious, does it, at first glance? And then he goes out.
And then he jumps out here, starts lasering the guy that he can clearly see on the UAV.
Side and absolutely lasers this guy. He knew exactly where he was. So for that clip from the first video, I hold my hands up and say, I got that wrong. I should have went and checked it from Zlaner's point of view, and I never. In the first...
Again, just sums up not checking, not understanding the bigger picture.
Clip that we shown on the first video where the guy screams aimbot, and I'll show you why now. I'm going to tell you now that the aim auto-adjusts from the waistline up to the chest as soon as he presses fire.
He's just shooting someone. Guy comes in now, starts shooting, gets aim assist, bang, 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 moves up slightly towards his head as well. That's it. It's shooting someone on a video game with a controller. I don't understand how we're watching these clips and they're in big videos as if they're proving anything. He's ADSing or guy he knows is there on UAV. Guy comes into view, presses the trigger button, he gets aim assist. That's it. And he downs the guy.
So all I can say to anyone who doesn't see what I'm seeing here is that you obviously need to do a little bit of research on how aimbot can be set up. That is set to center chest. You can have it set to head.
The stupid thing you've got is the point he's trying to make is aimbot set to center chest, so therefore it moves to his chest and locks onto his center chest. It's almost like a human being is not allowed to aim where aimbot aims. That's it. If you're a player, you're not allowed to shoot at someone's head continually, because if you do, that means you've got aimbot. It's like, it's a part of the body you shoot at. If you're going to shoot at the chest, you shoot at the chest. If you're going to shoot the head, you shoot at the head. I don't understand how you're saying all aimbot's set up to lock onto chest. What? And that means that a normal player is not allowed to shoot the chest then. If I ever shoot anyone in the chest, that's it. It's not me. Why is he doing that? He should be shooting him in the foot. He's a human. It's just shooting someone in the chest.
Head, chest, or scan, and that looks like it's set to center chest with a very, very low field of view. So you would actually have to be aiming at some part of the enemy for it to lock onto the center chest. And as you can see, the enemy ran into the crosshairs. However, his aim was at the waistline, but as soon as he started shooting, it automatically pinpointed the center of the chest and didn't miss a bullet after that. Debunk that one for me, guys. Thank you.
Just debunked it there. And also at that close range with aim assist on a controller, you pretty much get like a latchy, sticky lock on with aim assist. That's just how it works. I really get frustrated by this because it's really like, I don't know if BBB, I actually don't even know if he was a controller player or not. I'm probably assuming not, because if you've ever played Warzone on controller, especially if you play claw, so some people just play normal. If you play claw or double claw on a controller, the way you can aim at it, it is just a sticky aim assist. That's what aim assist is about. If you didn't have that, your aim would be all over the place. Aim assist acts like that. It's just normal behavior.
Let's go on to the next clip now. Okay, this clip that we're about to see now shows a similar adjustment of his aim once he starts firing. He's aiming slightly to the right of the enemy, but as soon as he starts firing, it locks onto the enemy to the left. You'll see exactly what I mean as we slow it down as well for you guys to see.
I don't even know what we're looking at here. Him shooting at someone. I don't get it. I love the little looks at the camera he does, as if like, oh, look at that. Look at someone shooting someone on a computer game.
So as you can see there, he is aiming about, from on the screen, about an inch to the right of his enemy. And as he shoots, it locks to the left, hitting center chest. Only the center of the chest. Again, guys, I would love it if you could debunk that clip for me. Okay? If I see some...
There's nothing to debunk. It's someone shooting someone and aim assist is kicking in. I still just think this is down to a lack of understanding of how aim assist works. It's like, if you're aiming at something in front of you that's not there and you're moving the analog stick, your aim will move quickly. But as soon as it goes across the path of someone there, it will just completely slow down. And therefore, no matter how much you kind of push to the right on the analog stick, it will just stay with them. I mean, obviously, if you push too hard, it will kind of pull off and then go really sharply away. So if they're moving, it doesn't really matter how badly you're actually moving your analog stick away from the target. There's enough suck on with the aim assist, so it just kind of sucks to the target more. So therefore, when he's ADSing and shooting, he's just getting that natural aim assist like lock on. That's what aim assist is. I don't understand these videos. We're not debunking. We're not debunking anything. We're just watching footage of someone with aim assist and a really good claw technique.
Something like that happen once, maybe twice, I'm thinking, do you know what? Let it go, let it slide. But when it's happening 2 or 3 times in every single game, you've got to ask yourself why. Why would something like that be happening to one person who's meant to have this amazing connection?
It's not happening to one person either. I mean, if you watch multiple streamers on controller that are good at the game, it all looks the same. So unless you're trying to say that every single player is hacking, which is clearly nonsense.
Meant to have a low ping and so on. Why would he be getting that sort of lag in his game? He wouldn't. It's not lag, it's an adjustment. It looks like a third-party software doing a mechanical adjustment.
It just looks like aim assist, buddy, which technically is third-party software because it's the game compensating for your aim. So I suppose actually you're right. It is a third-party software. Probably not third-party. It's the Call of Duty party software.
Debunk it for me, guys. Again, try. I'm all ears. Let's watch the next clip now. This one's slightly different.
Debunked it.
He actually jumps into the room where the enemy is pushing in. He's already downed one enemy, bearing in mind. He locks straight onto the enemy here. As soon as that enemy dies, and I don't mean goes down, I mean dies, it instantly, and I'm not saying like a couple of milliseconds later, it instantly flicks onto the other downed enemy. Watch this now.
We won't discuss that clip because, as we know, the clip's just a rendering problem. So therefore, BBB's video was missing lots of frames. Whether he intentionally or didn't remove frames is another question. But essentially, it snaps because there's missing frames. So actually, if you have all the frames, it's more of a smoother transition. So we'll just skip through that one.
enemy body say that actually suspicious. This guy is stood still, hiding, actually camping behind a dumpster. But look at the movement of the enemy he's actually shooting. The guy moves from the right to the left and his aim sticks with him until he actually falls behind the dumpster. And then obviously his aim wouldn't be locked on because he's behind an object. So then he has to readjust and actually shoot the enemy in the head who's on the floor. Watch this clip now and let me know if you can debunk this as well.
Okay, someone's shooting at someone on a dumpster. They drop down, he shoots them, and then he finishes them off. I don't understand what we have to debunk. So he's lasering, not really much aim assist because he's already locked on pretty perfectly. Guy's model falls down, goes behind cover, so again he can't shoot at that position, so he moves his aim to the left to go for the head.
How would you guys explain that? You see that the enemy moves from right to the left and his aim sticks on his chest as it's happening. It's very, very suspicious. It seems to have a lock.
Very suspicious. I'm going to Specsavers. I'm actually going to go to Specsavers because I don't understand what I'm watching here. It's very suspicious. Someone getting killed behind cover, falling down, then finishing them off with a headshot.
On effect every time he's aiming at these people, and I just don't think you can pull that off as being aim assist. If you think that that's what aim assist looks like, if you can show me videos of aim assist looking like these clips, then feel free to do it. Tag me in the videos. I don't mind. I'll go and take my time.
I don't need to tag you in the videos. Just watch any controller player that's good at the game. Just watch their stream for about 20 minutes and then you'll see exactly the same stuff.
And have a look at these videos. But I have used all the different settings of aim assist throughout this game and not one of them gives you that level of assist. Let's go on and take a look at the...
So again, a classic example of I've used all the settings on a controller of aim assist and none of it gives me that assist. So basically it's saying that I can't replicate this accuracy and this shooting, therefore it's not possible. So I can't run as fast as... I can't run a marathon like Mo Farah. Doesn't mean it's not possible to run a marathon, is it? Do you mean just because you can't do it? Even though I've got all the tools, I've got a body, I've got legs, doesn't mean I can copy what's going on. And if you can't, therefore you go, well, that's not humanly possible. He must have robot legs because I can't do it. It's just so funny what gets said in these videos.
The next clip.
Okay, so his
So
headshot.
can you explain that to me then? So he's shooting at the guy in one position. The guy moves so far to the left that his aim shouldn't have been locked onto him whatsoever. If you actually watch that over and over again, you will see that his aim is actually locked onto the enemy's head. The enemy moves so fast from right to left and his aim just stuck with him, stuck to his head. And it's in these situations where you've got to remember that these top tier streamers are good players. They are brilliant players. They can drop 20 bombs, 25, 30 kills. Okay?
Exactly.
And I am not denying that these guys like Zlaner and Aiden and Symphony and all them are top tier players because they are. But what they do in these tricky situations, look, Aiden's down in this position. Now he needs to protect his teammates, so I'll just flick aimbot on, bang, shoot this enemy. He's dead. Revive Aiden. That's the way I see it. They only do it in the tournaments. They only do it when they need to, or if they need to push out a video for content or get a whale.
They only do it like this because that's what separates the great players from the good players. That in these niche clutch moments where you need to save the team, you have that extra bit of ability that means you can get out of a sticky situation. And survive, and therefore your team lives, you carry on with your kills, etc. That's the difference between good players and great players. Also, there's a difference between average players and good players. There's sort of a skill ladder you go up.
Record and so on. That's when they start flicking their aimbot off and on. Because what you got to remember as well, guys, is that aimbot can be toggled off and on. And if you haven't seen my video already demonstrating how it can be toggled off and on, go and check it out. I actually have someone sent me a video demonstrating how it can be done with foot pedals. Not just on your keyboard or your mouse or your controller, but it can be done by using a foot pedal, which is completely hidden to the eyes. Even if you had a controller cam, even if you had a keyboard and mouse cam, the foot pedal would be hidden from your viewers. And that's what I'm...
So again, because there's lots of ways to cheat that you could hide, therefore it means that every good player has to be using those cheats. There you go. Again, it's not proof. Just because there is ways of doing stuff doesn't therefore that provides proof. It's not proof, it's not evidence, it's just you stating that there's ways of cheating.
I'm trying to explain to you guys that I see what I'm seeing because I've researched aimbot softwares, I've researched wall hack softwares, okay? So I've
By research, he means he's used them because he was a cheater before he got outed.
done the research into these softwares. I've actually got videos demonstrating how the software can actually be changed with the settings to allow soft hacks. If you don't know what soft hacks are, go and check the video out in the description below where it demonstrates exactly how to adjust and change the settings to have soft hacks and rage hacks. Rage hacks are where everyone's locking onto everyone's head, shooting, sniping across the map from prison to dam to prison and so on. Whereas soft hacks are what people like streamers use to actually just make themselves.
Soft hacks are what people like streamers use. It's such a generalized comment, isn't it? I mean, oh, soft hacks is what things like streamers use. Sorry, you can't just say that. It's okay, so all streamers use soft hacks. There we go. Done. Well done. Well proven.
Look that little bit better. But what I'm doing now is I'm breaking down video footage where I'm seeing the micro adjustments, I'm seeing the mechanical adjustments, and I'm seeing the mistakes that are being made. And they usually get covered up by the streamers by like them shouting stuff and so on. If there's been a shady call out or defcom or something like that. But guys, just remember, in these situations, I am not saying throughout every single game that these streamers are using cheats. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that I believe that these streamers, when they get into a tricky situation in a game, that they turn them on and then they turn them off when they don't need them. That's what I'm saying. As you can see.
So if they just turn them on and turn them off, you're basically saying that they're good enough to play the game anyway, but they're going to risk their entire reputation, their account getting banned, their entire income being destroyed, and then being shamed in the public eye by running the cheats, which could get detected, but never actually using them, apart from the 1 or 2 moments they need to stay alive. Why would you take that risk? If you're good enough anyway, 95% of the time, to win all these games without them, why would you risk having them injected into your game for that 5% of situations where you need to turn them on, as you call it? It's just the dumbest thing ever. It just think about that in your head, what he says there. It's like, you're good enough to win 95% of the time, but for those 5% situations you might need an aimbot, you're going to risk having it injected into your account on a game that could ruin your entire career and your 5 or 6 figure income. It just makes no sense, and it beggars belief that people can think like this.
Within that clip, it clearly locked onto the enemy's head. As the enemy moved from right to left, it didn't miss a bullet. So although this one may seem pretty basic to you guys when you're watching it, I just want to explain that actually it locks onto the chest. It's pinpoint accuracy to the chest. Although it's only a close quarter gunfight and the guy's pretty much absent from the game in the sense that he's looking in a completely wrong direction and just gets laser beamed without firing a shot back. What you've got to look at in this situation is where the aim is landing. So he aims down sight, it locks directly onto the chest, although there's no snap in the lock whatsoever, it's fine. But when the enemy goes down, okay, when the enemy gets down, it stays on his chest. I've watched this a few times now, and although it doesn't seem like very much to the naked eye, when you actually break it down and slow it down and look where the dot in his scope is aiming throughout this whole situation, you see that it doesn't move from his chest. Let's watch it now.
Well, actually, it does move. I can see it there. Really, look, it goes down. It's on the left and it moves to the right. See that? So actually, I don't know what he's on about. Watch. Hits, and as he goes down, it's now more on his head there. See that? And then it moves to the right onto the chest. So it moves perfectly.
So throughout that clip, it doesn't seem like much. I know this is probably one of the least favourable
someone
clips
getting
that I've
shots.
got, but what I'm saying to you guys is, in the simplest of situations, when a team feel like they may need to, they will switch it on. This guy was probably trying to focus on Aiden in this situation, and Zlaner's come up from behind him and just hit him in the chest, but as the guy goes down, his aim just sticks to the chest.
It really didn't stick to the chest.
That is not aim assist at all. Let's go on to the next clip.
It probably isn't. It's just someone being shot on the ground.
A lot of the clips we've used so far have been close quarter combat clips, and the reason for that is that the micro adjustments and the mechanical adjustments are easily flawed in close quarter combat. This one's slightly different to the rest. This isn't close quarter combat. This is actually a bit of a distance shot. The guy stood on top of stadium, but this is literally going to show you how it looks when an aim locks onto an enemy and they don't fire instantly. Okay, the first clip at normal speed, you probably won't even notice it, but as we slow it down,
that's a surprise.
You will see Zlaner aim from the right, pull his aim across to the left, As soon as his dot on his scope hits that enemy, it locks on for a couple of seconds, maybe, well, a few milliseconds before Zlaner decides to shoot. Let's take a look now.
I'm, I, I almost don't know if this is a fake video and it's a troll. It's like, it's someone shooting someone on top of a stadium. I don't even know why this even needs to be discussed or debunked. Well done, it's someone shooting someone with a gun that doesn't have much recoil, because most of the guns didn't back in the day.
Did you see that? As soon as he aims, it is about, I don't know, a meter or two to the right of his enemy, yeah? And as he pulls his aim across to the left, his dot stops on the enemy. And I mean stops on the enemy to the point of where it's actually moving with him. Okay, watch this again.
So you're not allowed to move your aim slightly with an enemy?
See that? And then he starts to shoot here. And guess what, guys? Hey, he didn't miss a bullet. Did not miss a bullet.
I mean, he did if you watch it again. There's quite a few bullets towards the end that missed.
Where you actually see the snap in his aim. Although it's a long shot and it's a lot harder to see than the close quarter shots that we've actually put up already, you've got to pay attention to the fact that his original aim is aiming slightly down from where the enemy is, but as soon as he starts shooting, it automatically flicks up onto the enemy. Let's pay attention now, guys. It's been slowed down, so let's watch.
I'm watching. What? Yes. So the ADS is at the rock where that fire's going in, realises the target's just ahead, pulls his aim up as he shoots. Aim assist keeps it sort of in that area, misses a few shots,
what you've got to
downs the
remember
guy.
in that clip, guys, is that his aim always talks about no recoil and how he's got great recoil control, but them first few shots looked like they jumped up until it hit the enemy. So his aim went up and then to the left with the enemy, and it didn't move away from the enemy until the enemy had died. So explain that one to me, honestly.
His aim didn't move away from the enemy until he had died. What do you want him to do? Move his aim away and start shooting at the buildings behind him, even if the enemy's alive? I don't understand the point. His aim did not move away from the enemy until he had died. Well, yes, well done, because you kind of shoot the enemy until they die. Otherwise, what's the point in playing the game?
He's using the DMR in this clip. There's absolutely no recoil on the gun, and he's hitting nothing but chest shots as the enemy is running directly to the left. Watch this clip now.
I mean, that's at his back, then his chest, then his top of his back, then his chest, then his back, then his head, and then there on his head.
No recoil whatsoever. Nothing but chest shots throughout. Didn't miss.
They weren't all chest shots.
We all know how that gun bounces.
This is what I don't understand. How we're looking at things like this. The shots went chest, upper back, chest, upper back, chest, neck, kind of head, and then dead on his head there at the end. Why are you saying nothing but chest shots? They weren't.
Like crazy, yeah. Let's go on to the next clip now. This clip is probably one of the most unexplainable moments I've ever seen within Call of Duty Warzone. And I've actually watched many hackers who have actually come out to admit that they're cheating and stuff like that. So, I mean, I can't explain what I'm seeing in this clip. The guy who he's shooting at is lagging, but his aim seems to be pinpoint accuracy throughout the whole situation. Watch this clip now and tell me what you think in the comments below.
He shoots the guy. Right, so he's shooting a guy. I mean, if you watch there, his aim's behind the guy. So he's shooting the guy, getting aim assist, and as the model, the character's kind of jumping forward because of the lag, his aim is actually slightly behind, and then because he's obviously pulling on the controller to track across, the aim assist is then going, oh, there's no one there all of a sudden. But then because he's pulling right, it kind of re-pulls right, and he carries on shooting, and then you get that stuttering as he goes across. See it? Look, watch his aim. It's constantly behind or then above the target, then on his feet. Well, he's not aiming at his chest anymore, is he? So in these situations, it's okay when he's not aiming at his chest anymore. That's therefore normal.
How do you explain that when the enemy is actually lagging so hard that they're jumping backwards and forwards? The aim assist allows your aim to move backwards and forwards with the enemy. Okay? I'm going to watch that one again. Let's watch it again.
Please do, yeah. I want to watch it again. His aim isn't moving backwards and forwards. His aim is... His aim is jumping because... This is I find it so frustrating. The aim assist slowdown that you get is therefore getting disturbed because the character model lags and then reappears either slightly in front, behind, etc. So the aim assist is kind of there, nicely sort of smoothly locking on. Then as the model disappears, you get a snap as I said before, if you drag away from a target quite hard, you then move away quite suddenly because there's no aim assist to help hold the aim on. So as the model's moving slightly, the aim assist is therefore having a slight jump because he's obviously pushed on the analog stick, but then as it reacquires the model of the character, it really slows down his on. So you get this sort of this pulsing sensation as he moves across with the lag. Don't get me wrong, it's quite rare to see because you don't really get a lot of times where there's lag going on all sorts here. It's obviously just disturbing the mechanics of the game. So if you actually look there, I mean, look, his aim's behind. This is what we're trying to say. His aim is behind, so it's actually not keeping up. So it's not locking on, as he says, because the aim is now behind. And then as he's pulling to the right, it will then reacquire the target. Still slightly behind there, look. Then it, oh, now it reacquires the target. Oh, behind, reacquiring. And it's just a constant movement of aim assist struggling to actually give any assist because the model, the character's moving back and forth.
What do you think of that then, guys? Let me know in the comments below. Well, there we have it, guys. We've got plenty of suspicious...
Well, yeah, as he says, there we have it, guys. More clips. Just, to be honest, all the clips are just footage of someone shooting someone with aim assist, but there we go. But yeah, another little quick video. If you do think of any more videos, or there's any other videos that you've seen of that BBB or anyone else has done, please just let me know, guys. Send me a DM or something like that, and I'm happy just to go through that video and just completely debunk it. I literally am not even scripting these videos. I'm literally reacting as to the first time of watching them because they're that easy just to react to. I'm just loading them up, saying exactly what probably looks like is going on, and then that's the end of it. Yeah. Right, guys, thanks a lot. I'll catch you all later on. Have a good day.